Hi Pisces, welcome to Willow Oak. This is Olivia. I am here to do your reading for you for the week. This is a general reading, so please only take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind, okay? And you might check your other placements for a more complete picture, or just in case this one does not resonate with you. It says here and now. So this is telling you, do not be in the past. Don't be in the future. Be right here, right now. Be in this moment. Okay? And this is energy. And energy flows more like a stream or breeze. And it really doesn't want to be tied down to a week. But I have set it for a week, okay? So it can extend out beyond that if it would choose to. Whoever chooses to. Beaver spirit, lay a solid foundation. Okay. So I'm getting the feeling that this is really something that does have to do with the here and now. Maybe that's why it's saying being in the here and now. You should do that anyway, but that's kind of hard to do sometimes. But yeah, maybe it's something that is really currently going on where you need to be in this moment. And you need to set a solid foundation. Rejection. I'm thinking we might have to take a card for that. You know, they say, depending on what it is, what is that saying? God's rejection is God's protection. It could be something like that. We'll have to get some cards to find out what's going on there. Or, you know, anything's possible. It's just rejection. Maybe it's that you are rejecting something. We'll see if we can get some more information on that. Oh, you have a beautiful energy. Love this energy. Okay. You have the Knight of Earth. Loyal, dedicated, protective, apprehensive. Plan carefully before taking action, but then get going. Pay attention to the details. Wait for perfect timing. And this is a part that I love. A guardian angel or someone who watches over you. Now, how warm is that? It's absolutely beautiful. You have a beautiful overall energy. Okay. Let's get some cards. And if you like this reading, please give it a like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification, leave comments. Any or all of those will help the channel to grow, and I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, Two of Swords. This is saying that there is a decision that you need to make. You need to go within, use your intuition, because the answer lies within you. Okay? You just need to go inside, use your intuition, and figure out which is the right thing to do. Or the thing that you want to do. Or what's right for you. How's that? Card of learning. Okay. This is where you are learning from masters and apprentices and taking that information that you're gathering from both. The masters who know it inside and out, and the apprentices who make plenty of mistakes but have all these wonderful novel solutions and create something that's uniquely you. And here you have the Five of Swords. Okay? But now at the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is a beautiful energy. It's one of celebration. It's can be about anything. Oftentimes it's talked about for weddings, graduations, things like that, but it can be anything at all. But it is a time of celebration. And these 4 wands make 1111. Now here the 5 of Swords talks about that you have been in an argument. The trust has been broken. And instead of working in collaboration with others, you feel more like it's in competition. So the very best thing to do is try to work it out. Okay? Try to make amends. Try to get together and see if you can't find common ground. And if you can, wonderful. Then it's over. And if you can't, maybe you can agree to disagree. And if that doesn't work, then you walk away. So there is a possibility that there is a link between these two and this. But we'll get more cards, and then we'll take some clarifying cards. See if we can get some more answers. But I do find it interesting that at the bottom of the deck, you have celebration time. And, okay, here's decision time, learning time, argument, celebration. So that might be saying that it does get worked out. We'll see. Beautiful. It's a new beginning. This is one where your mind is expanding. It's a whole new way of thinking, okay? Which is actually a wonderful thing. And it's coming out right under the 2 of Swords. So there's potential there that is something that you're going in to decide, and that's if you want to start something new. Okay, and this jumped right out. This is a Page of Swords. This is a learning energy. And here's a learning energy, okay? This is where you are learning to think clearly and communicate with authenticity. Okay, let's see what comes up now. Judgment. This is saying you are going through a huge awakening and tuning into a higher frequency. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the World, which is talking about a successful completion of a cycle. All right? And to me, the way it looks, the successful completion has to do with this and this, potentially this. But let's take some clarifying cards to see what we can find out. One thing's for sure, you're successfully completing a cycle and having the beginning of a new one. And here it's saying, lay a solid foundation for your new beginning. Okay? So, let's take a card for rejection. And also, don't forget your overall energy. That you have a guardian angel or somebody watching over you. Love that. King of Swords. Powerful energy. Okay, and the King of Swords bases all of his decisions on what he knows to be truth. So, it might be that you are rejecting something. Okay. 2 of Swords, the card I took for that is the Fool. Okay, the card right below it is a new beginning. One where it's a whole new way of thinking, right? Your mind is expanding. And the clarification for the 2 of Swords is the Fool, which is a new beginning. It's the very first card in the tarot. It's one where you're supposed to be playful, have fun, make it an adventure, and be open to all the opportunities that are there for you. But don't bring any negativity with you, and make it an enjoyable experience. Okay? So it looks like this decision that you have to make, you're definitely going to be opting for a new beginning, because that's what's clarifying this card for one, and for two, right underneath it is the Ace of Swords. And here you have learning energy. And if whatever you're starting you're not a master at, you're going to learn about it, right? And this doesn't go into specifics about what you're learning about. It just says you're taking the best of what you're gathering and making something uniquely you. And this is saying that you're learning how to think clearly and communicate with authenticity. And right here, it's a new way of thinking, right? And over here, the clarification is basing everything on what you know to be true. Communicating authentically, right? So there's a lot of linkage going on here. Okay, let's take a card for the Five of Swords. The Queen of Wands. Okay. The Queen of Wands is very ambitious. She is enthusiastic. She's extremely confident. And she's unafraid to speak up and be heard. She's also quite social. So, to me, this is saying you are very strong, you're confident, you speak your mind, you are full of enthusiasm and ambition. That is the outcome of this, not the cause, and not part of this. What this is what's happening because of this. You're coming out of this argument being stronger. And I think this is probably part of what's leading you to this. Because I'm getting a definite feeling that this is like, okay, I'm starting something new, right? You're confident and you're unafraid to speak up and be heard. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, from taking that card, is strength. So you're also very, very strong, which I can easily see that with this card. Very strong. But now you do tend to show your strength through kindness and compassion. So it is quite possible that you did go through the steps of trying to work it out. But only you will know if you did work it out or not. But regardless of whether you work it out, it looks like you're opting to start something new. Okay, so putting it all together. Okay, problem, solution, argument. It's a whole new you, I think, is what I'm getting from this. The argument, you're rejecting whatever it was because you want to base everything on what's true. So apparently, you feel like somebody was either telling you an untruth or just downright lying or lied by omission or something along those lines. So you're rejecting that. Which brings you about to making a decision. And it looks like the decision you're making is what kind of beginning you want to have. You know you're done with this. So what kind of decision what kind of new beginning do you want? The happy, fun, go-lucky adventure? Maybe. Here's one where it's a whole new way of thinking. And actually, I think both of these might very well be the same, just different aspects of it. But in all seriousness, I think you're deciding if you should have a new beginning or stay where you are. And obviously, I think within you, you know, at least intuitively, what the answer is, which is a new beginning. And something that you're not a master of because you'll be learning about it. And probably because of this decision and how, you handled things, you're going through a huge awakening and tuning into a higher frequency, which is cause for celebration, which is beautiful. And this one is one that says you're successfully completing a cycle, which is this and this. this decision making could, is part of this. And here's your new beginnings. But now remember here it says, lay a solid foundation. That's important, and it is, because what you put on it will be strong. And if you put something on a weak foundation, it might be strong and it might crumble. All right? And it's important, for whatever reason, to be in the here and now. Okay? And you remember your overall energy, absolutely beautiful. The Knight of Pentacles is a very slow knight, very thorough. They are wonderful planners and implementers. They have their goal and they're going to achieve it. But they are in no hurry. To them, it's more important to get it right than to get it done quickly. So they also help to lay a solid foundation if you're starting something new, and you are. And right here, it says lay a solid foundation. Like I said, the part that I love a lot about this card is where it says a guardian angel or someone who watches over you. That's got to make somebody feel so comforted. Okay, let's get some cards from the universe. See what they would like to share. We had a card that fell out, the Knight of Wands. This is saying that you have a goal and you are going to get there. You're going to achieve that goal. You're very passionate and enthusiastic about it, but it is your passion that is making you want to achieve that goal, and you want to achieve it quickly, which is quite a bit different than your overall energy of being very, very slow and thorough and methodical. Here, you're quick and passionate. So maybe there's a balance, or maybe this happens at one point and this happens at another. Okay, let's see what else. We'll do one more. Oops, well, I picked them both up. Okay, the moon. The moon is saying use your intuition, okay? And it's what you feed. If you feed the good side, it will grow. If you feed the bad side, it will grow. Whichever side you do not feed will wither and die. So do make for sure that you feed the good side, okay? And you can see this in the decisions that you're making, that you are feeding the good side. And it's also saying use your intuition. You see the moon after it's dark, right? And your intuition will help guide you along your path. And you have a lovely card here. This is one that is of nostalgia. So it's one where you think back on memories from childhood and on that bring such warm, wonderful, loving smiles. And I do think it's also a very caring, compassionate energy, because you can see where that little boy is giving that little girl a cup with a flower in it. So it's really beautiful. Okay. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and get a charm. So I think what this is saying is, dance to the beat of your own drummer. I love it. Here it is. That's what you're doing. You're being your real self. Okay, so what this is meaning is you're not going to be sucked in to an argumentative type of life. It's not going to happen. So you're getting out of it, whether you work it out with them or not. You're making this decision to have a new beginning. And you're basing this decision, on truth. You want truth in your life. Your new beginning is beautiful. Closing out that cycle. And it's time to celebrate your new beginning. One where your mind is expanding. You're supposed to have fun. Going through a huge awakening, right? be in this moment, to be here now. That's important. And so is laying a solid foundation. And dancing to the beat of your own drummer. Love it. Okay, thank you so much. Much love. Bye.